Welcome back to the Kane and Day Show. I am your host, Kane. You can find me on Twitter at Killing Kane and YouTube at Killing Kane. I'm going to switch it over to my co-host here. He'll introduce himself and we'll go into week 9.
Yeah, my name is Day. You can find me on Twitter at Realdaygaming1 and follow the show on Twitter, the Kane and Day Show.
Do what we
And
need to be.
huge shout out to Coach Red for filling in for me last week.
Yeah,
Huge thank you.
good old Coach Red. We need to be more
I-
proactive. We need to get this shit out here. This is important news for the people.
Yeah, I was just stuck in Philly,
Hey.
Bad bounce.
Hey, it's all right. So, we're out here today talking about week 9 in the NFL. It was a fucking weird weekend, I tell you what.
Good weekend for football if you're just, a fan of people having fun.
Yeah. It was a weird weekend. Kick it off. Kind of a high-scoring game in terms of Thursday night football.
Yeah, there was at least points.
Eagles came out, put 29 on the Texans. It was close for a little bit, and then Jalen Hurts decided to make Dallas Goedert,
Houston. Oh, yeah, Goddard, yeah.
make him into a top 5 tight end. He decided, hey, you have Mark Andrews, you have Travis Kelce. Well, you better get Goedert in there as well, because he had a phenomenal game. A.J. Brown doing A.J. Brown things.
Devontae is non-existent.
Dude,
Sad.
it is so sad, and you know what? I'm glad I traded him away in fantasy.
No, when they need him, he'll be there.
Of course, and he's
AJ's
fantastic.
touching everything.
He's fantastic. But the Texans, Dameon Pierce is they only have 2 real players on that team, and that's Dameon Pierce and that rookie corner they have.
Stingley.
Yeah, those are
DBU.
like the 2 dudes on that team that give a shit. It seems like.
Oh, Davis Mills cares. He just isn't good.
No, and that's really unfortunate for him, because he like, my brother said, a couple pods ago, he was just like, he's trying his hardest.
He's trying. He's just not good.
But the thing is, too, they don't surround him with anything. Brandon Cooks is short, and he's not as good as he used to be. It's crazy how many times that man has been traded. It's wild how people just, they get him for a year, he does all right, and then he gets traded for first-round picks.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. On the Texans side, they really didn't do much. They did put up 17, but this team is still not winning games, and I don't think they're going to win games. And they're just going to abuse Dameon Pierce, and he seems to be, the next up-and-coming.
Right. Well, they put up more points than the Vikings did, so that's a start.
That is a start. But let's
It was
go.
also at home.
Let's go to the next game where the Colts just got rolled.
They're not good.
They fired
they're
Frank
not good.
Wright
They did.
because, he just he hasn't done anything.
Who else is on that roster? Because Sam Ellinger is not it either.
They have Jonathan Taylor, who's now out. They just traded away Cheeky Hines.
So, my question would be, why is Nick Foles not playing?
Yeah,
He is on that roster.
why? Yeah, why not? We've all seen what
have
Nick
so
Foles
much
can
more.
do.
I'd have so much more trust in Nick Foles than Sam Ellinger.
Because when
I can't even say his last name.
Nick Foles comes in as a bench guy, he absolutely lights out. Absolutely lights out.
Yeah, I'm not saying Nick Foles is the second coming of Tom Brady, but he did beat Tom Brady.
I mean, but they have the likes of Michael Pittman, who's shown that he's a very good wide receiver. They've got talented players on that team. They just here's the thing. Stop going to get old quarterbacks.
Yeah, and Sam's not the answer either.
I get it. The franchise itself has been stuck in a way the last 20 years because they all want Peyton Manning 2.0. That's all
I also think
Indianapolis
they're
wants.
afraid of drafting another quarterback to run to another Andrew Luck situation. That could be a problem.
Right. And
I'd be a little scared, too.
here's the thing, though. You don't let your quarterback be stupid. That's the one thing I'll give Andrew Luck. Smart man. Super smart man. Came out of Stanford.
Only went to Stanford, yeah.
Super smart dude.
Great
But
school.
as soon as he threw a pick, what did he do? He turned into a fucking linebacker. That's where all of his injuries occurred, was throwing picks, because he's like, I'm going to go tackle this motherfucker as hard as I can. I don't care about putting my body on the line. Like, that's all he did, was put his body on the line.
Yeah.
Like, the Colts are bad, and I do think they need to go get a quarterback, because guess what? These old dudes ain't cutting it. You did better with Jacoby Brissett than you have with any of these other quarterbacks.
Philip Rivers didn't do bad last year, or 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he didn't do great, did he?
Got him to the playoffs, didn't he?
I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure they...
really close.
I'm pretty sure they lost to the Jags that year to get in as well.
It was close. A lot closer than Carson.
Well, you're not wrong. Well, that was last year, too. They were supposed to get in, and then Carson couldn't finish, and then the Jags beat somebody.
They couldn't beat the Titans. That was the problem.
But on the Patriots side, Ramondre Stevenson, that dude is an absolute workhorse, and he has shown why he needs to be running back one for Bill Belichick.
I picked him up week 3.
That's crazy, because he was on everybody's team that I've seen. And, like,
somebody dropped him, and I just picked him up.
That's so stupid. Like, I traded him in the offseason to get a better team, but, you know, he has really come through. He is putting the load on his back and just going to work. Their defense, still impeccable. Just, all in all, great game for the Pats.
Or it helps when the other team can't score or move the ball at all.
Well, and Jonathan Taylor is a one-hit wonder.
6, fumble 6. That was 1 of 2. There's a defensive score. That's how I got to 26.
Yeah. Well, you know, when Jonathan Taylor's a one-hit wonder, because you know what? Last year was an anomaly, or what's the word?
Anomaly.
There you go. How he said, "Hey, Derrick Henry, I'm coming for that crown," and Derrick Henry said, "Nah, kid, sit down. This is mine." Because Derrick Henry is doing Derrick Henry things.
Anomaly season, though.
Yeah.
He is really good, and he did it. He ran for, I think, more yards total than Derrick Henry did in college. And Jonathan Taylor's not bad. But this was the first time he got hurt in his entire career.
He is, and just the injuries just keep piling on. And it's tough.
That's what happens when you're a one-dimensional team.
That's true. That's true.
Ask these 16 passes
Colts
on Sunday night.
Colts will be better next year. They should be better.
Eventually.
They should be better next year. They still have a very good team around them.
The leader.
Yeah, they just need somebody to hold the fort down. And
well, Frank Wright was not the guy either.
No, maybe Jeff Saturday comes in and maybe turns.
I'm shocked Frank even started the season,
bro.
So.
If Jeff Saturday's in now, well, you bench Matt Ryan. You don't go back to him at all. Never again. You have Sam out there, just like you said, throw Nick Foles. He's gonna throw the ball. It's what he does.
I promise you, it's not that bad.
He's a very good passer. He's very good at throwing the ball.
I mean, 15 for 29 and 103. I promise you, Nick Foles does better than that.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to go out and get him because you already have him.
True. But we'll see what comes this week with new head coach. See how he does for the remainder of the season. It's an ex-Colts legend. So that's a little makes me, it's these guys that are doing things for their former teams that either it's a hit or it's a miss, Lynch has done fine with the 49ers. Hasn't got him a ring. Elway got one with Peyton. I believe it was Super Bowl 50 because they beat the Panthers.
I have a Cam Newton shirt from that.
So we'll see how we'll see how this goes. Next, things just keep getting worse in Wisconsin.
Oh, that, you know what? I'm 25. I have never seen Aaron Rodgers throw 3 picks at Ford Field my lifetime. Never. Never once.
Would have been a game to go to.
Usually they're 3 touchdowns. Well, we're all supposed to, and I was supposed to have some Packer fans fly in for that game.
Oh.
That would have been real fun.
I would have expected every moment of their agony on Snapchat.
Oh, well, it would have been somewhere on the phone.
That's fair.
Usually it's 3 touchdowns, no picks, perfect pass rating.
Here's the thing.
They look bad.
Here's the thing. Though Aaron Rodgers has nobody to throw to, it doesn't matter, right? Aaron Rodgers should be good enough. Like, yeah, they drop some passes, whatever, but he's the type of quarterback to put it where it's supposed to be all the time. It's what he's done.
That's the problem. There was a lot of plays outside of the picks, right? There was a lot of passes he made that were just bad.
Right. And
like,
he's a guy we're talking about back-to-back MVP.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that he had Devonta Adams last year, or the last 2 years. I don't care about that. He played out of his mind.
Well, yeah, but he was also putting the ball to where the receivers could catch it. Like, there was
he's just not
5
doing
yards
that.
Short.
I
don't know how many times we've seen him against anybody just throw one 40, 45 yards down the field on target in a perfect spot, right?
Right.
Yesterday, he was 5 yards short.
Yeah.
The receiver couldn't even come back to even attempt for a PI because it was so short.
Right.
I don't even think he thought the ball was coming to him.
Like, he is not good this year. It makes you scratch your head because it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter what team you put around Aaron Rodgers. He should excel. He should.
They should not be one game above the Lions.
Right.
9 weeks into the season, in 3rd place.
And what is this three? Is this 3 straight?
I believe so. Because they lost to the Commanders 2 weeks ago. They lost to the Lions. And I believe. Oh, they beat the. I'm on their fucking thing. There it is. I was trying to see if Aaron Jones is coming back this week, which he is.
Oh, thank the heavens. That's 5 in a row.
They lost to both New York teams.
Yeah,
Washington, Buffalo, and then
this
Detroit.
is the big problem he's running into. He's running. They're running their offense through their dual running backs, right?
Well, then one got hurt.
And Aaron Jones got hurt, and that sucks because he's your biggest producer now that Devonta's gone.
I think AJ had a fumble too.
It's not good. Game. And then on the Lions side, congrats on the wins, Detroit. But
I think they didn't even want it.
You know, DeAndre Swift does not seem like he's the running back they drafted.
What do you mean? They should have had Nick Chubb, but that's a different story for a different day.
Jamal Williams is absolutely doing the most out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the most. If I'm Mr. Dan Campbell, that's who I'm keeping as lead back.
I don't really think it matters who's out there first.
Because Swift, he's fragile. And he just doesn't seem like he runs super hard like he was last year. Because
he's still agile, though. He made a great catch for a touchdown.
Right. But
down to the one.
I don't think he scored because when I checked, he had like 5 points on the day.
Then he got down to like the one.
But look, let's do like a little side by side comparison of Swift and Jonathan Taylor last year. They were both running for ridiculous numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year, he just disappeared. He got hurt. Jamal fucking came in, said, "Don't worry, I've done this before many times." And so he has just been absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
he did that last year with the Packers too.
Exactly. He's done that for so long. Always been a guy who just has that grit in him.
And they're talking about Jameson Williams coming back in December, but I think they need him now.
Oh, they sure do. They need him to get that NFL experience because he's going to be an animal.
Mm-hmm. What's good is they didn't look horrible without Hawkinson. They only scored 15, but the Packers' defense is somewhat there.
Here's the thing, too. If they have Williamson, then you have Amron healthy. You don't have a bad receiving core, especially with your third pick-and-play guy. I think Reynolds is his name.
Josh Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah. He has not been bad. So
he's not great, but he's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. He's a good guy to kind of throw in that third spot. And then you have your back catch or your running backs catching the ball. I mean, you open a lot up when you have all of that. But right now, they sold on Hawkinson, which to me, wild.
Fantastic. They have 3 first-round picks next year.
Wild because they traded in division.
Yeah, it's weird. But, I mean, they also did that, and that's how they got Jameson Williams in the first place.
It's just...
Or Williamson.
It's just strange to see in-division trades because it hardly ever happens.
Well, yeah, no, it's always strange, but...
And, I mean, hey, hats off. They're like, we don't want to see the fucking Packers win. Yeah, you put them down here with us, they'll be nice and happy. Over in the good old Wisconsin. But all in all, was not a great game. 15-9 is not a great score, but Detroit walked out with the win, and it just shows like Aaron Rodgers does not give a single shit to be on that field.
Oh, he does. He just isn't doing well.
No,
he had too much emotion. No, he had too much emotion out there to not care. If he didn't care, he'd just walk off the field. He had a lot of emotion and bad throws.
Well, when you're not playing up to MVP level, that kind of shows its colors there. Our next game, Chargers and Falcons. Falcons just don't know how to hold the lead.
They should have won that game, though.
They don't know how to hold the lead. Mariota played like shit. He doesn't throw to Drake London that often, which is a shame.
Well, the one time he did, he got stripped from him. Literally, as he's going to the ground, the linebacker literally just ripped it from him and started running the other way.
Oh, yeah, I know. But, man, the Chargers Justin Herbert isn't playing like he should.
I think there's something wrong with him.
I think there's a deep lingering injury happening.
I think there's something wrong with him.
Because...
Well, to be fair, he didn't have Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. Joshua Palmer was wide receiver number 1.
I understand that because I had him in fantasy. And then the other guy. But Palmer isn't bad.
And Everett kept dropping passes. He was wide open and just dropped one. Just as bad as Mike Evans.
Why do you think the Seahawks didn't use him much last year?
Yeah, being down your top 2 receivers and an all-pro receiver like Keenan, so
but
it's tough.
I don't know. Justin Herbert just doesn't look good this year because he's usually top 5 in passing.
He hasn't had anybody to throw to all year.
I know, but
last year Keenan played all year.
He's still good enough to put the ball, like you said, to places like Palmer's not bad. And the other guy
can't get open.
Yeah,
there's nobody to throw to.
The other guy they had out there wasn't bad either.
But he's not an all-pro receiver.
It just sucks because you have to run through Austin Eckler, and he does. He does it all.
Well, no, he fumbled under 2 minutes in field goal range, and the idiot on the Falcons was running with it, and nobody touched it, and dropped it. He just dropped it, and they recovered it.
I mean...
That's the only reason the Chargers won that game, because the Falcons were going to keep running it into field goal range, because he had nothing but space.
Yeah.
And the Falcons should have won that game. And Cook can kick from a mile.
He had 30 for 43, 245 yards. You had Austin Eckler leading the way with 47 rushing yards. Josh Palmer, 106 yards. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Eight receptions for 106. Especially if you get Mike Williams back.
Somebody had to do it.
And Keenan Allen back, and you throw Josh Palmer in there. That's a little dangerous.
Yeah, it is. And you saw it against the Chiefs.
And I mean, Eckler had 7 for 24. But yeah, Everett only had 5 receptions. You said he dropped a couple for 36 and
yeah, 8, 9.
Let's see. There's this. Let me.
8 targets. He had 8 targets. He dropped 2 of them.
He dropped 3 of them.
No, I can at least confirm he dropped 2 of them. The one was a 20-yard gain. That never happened.
But yeah, I mean, when you're down that bad, it's not very good. And then Mariota only had 12 for 23, 129 yards. I mean, Algier, 10 carries for 99 yards.
That dude had a really good day, though.
Yeah, he must have had it receiving. No?
He scored 2 touchdowns.
I mean, here's our receiving yards. You only hit Kyle Pitts twice for 27.
7 targets. He either didn't catch it or it wasn't open.
Yeah. 3 for 23 for Drake.
Also had 7 targets.
Yeah, that's just tough. It's just really tough. It was not a great game.
Well,
you can't.
It was 17. It was tied with 2 minutes ago. It was a great game.
I don't know.
To watch.
Well, I guess. The next game is controversial because it opens a whole division up now. The Bills lost to the Jets.
You know, there's a problem. Josh Allen might need Tommy John surgery. That's huge. And I noticed when it happened. It was in the 4th quarter, and he was trying to throw a deep ball. And after that, he didn't get hit. They showed a camera angle of him grabbing his elbow. That's not good. And you know how you throw a football, right? It's a curveball.
Yeah.
How many times did Josh Allen throw this year? A lot?
A lot.
What does a lot of curveballs do to you?
It tears your elbow. It tears your elbow apart.
So, and then he did it again after another attempt at a long ball that wasn't accurate. And he grabbed his elbow, and then after the game, they said he might have a UCL tear.
That's tough.
That's not good for the Bills.
Hopefully that comes back negative.
Well, either it's torn or it's not. There is no middle for this one.
Yeah, I really hope.
What I learned.
I really hope he doesn't go out because, like,
that's a huge loss, and the Jets might fuck around and win the division.
Let's not go that far. You still have Miami there.
That's true.
You still have Miami there.
The Jets look good without James Robinson and without Breece Hall.
That's true. Michael Carter had himself a good game, and this is what I've been saying. It's so Michael Carter might slot his way into my fantasy lineup to be a full-time guy now since he's the full-time guy.
Well, it helps when James Robinson didn't play either, which is tragic because you go out and get him, and I didn't want to do that. You go out and get him, and he can't play the first week because he's hurt.
Right.
It's not like install didn't go well like McCaffrey when they got him, when the Niners got him. Like he got him up. They got him on Wednesday. He doesn't fly out to San Francisco until Thursday.
Right.
He had day and a half to learn a playbook. Like he had the week, but just couldn't go because he wasn't healthy. So.
Yeah. Let's see. On the Bills side, it wasn't particularly great. I mean, their defense did well, but Josh Allen, 205 yards, 2 picks.
Sauce Gardner definitely got exposed by Stephon Diggs. Josh just didn't either have time to get him the ball or couldn't see him.
Yeah, because
Diggs was open a lot.
Josh Allen did lead the way with 86 yards.
Shocking.
On 9 carries.
Wasn't as long as 40 though. Fox.
Probably.
36. That was close.
But Singletary, 8 carries for only 24 yards. Not good.
Robert Saleh had that defense ready to go.
James Cook, 4 for 15. Isaiah McKenzie, 1 for 9.
At least James didn't drop the ball.
Nyheim Hines not even getting really anything looked at his way. I mean, Stephon had 93 yards.
I was going to say, he was like 5 for 90.
And then, you have a significant drop-off with Gabe Davis for 2 for 33 and Dawson Knox 3 for 25. Like, it's tough. Like, he threw to Nyheim, I think, once or twice. Didn't catch the ball. Nothing. It was just...
Hines? Threw it to him once.
Yeah. Not a great look.
Kamaro got it once.
But then...
everybody else got it a little bit more than that.
I mean, and then you look at the Jets. Like, Zach Wilson isn't, like, being super bad.
He's not like the next electric quarterback, but let me tell you, they are 6-3, and they're looking a lot better than any Jets team we've seen in 5 years.
Here's kind of my thing about Zach Wilson.
I don't think he's good.
That's fine, but maybe if they can develop him just a little bit more, I think he'll turn into a serviceable guy. Just kind of like how Daniel Jones is serviceable.
Stop.
He's serviceable. He's serviceable.
The only thing that they have in common is they went to unique football schools.
So
being Duke and BYU, that's it.
And then
they're completely different people.
On the running side, Michael Carter, 12 for 76.
Not bad.
James Robinson, 13 for...
Did he play?
48.
Oh, I did play. Thought he was hurt.
And then you have the amazing rookie, Garrett Wilson, just hauling everything in.
What he did at Ohio State.
Like...
That's like one of the top positions I think Ohio State produces.
Yeah. But...
D linemen, linebackers, and receivers.
Garrett Wilson just looked... It's just... He's a menace.
And Chris Olave is... we'll talk about him later, but...
Yeah.
He also had a very good day. They played together.
Yeah.
I don't know how they lost to Michigan last year.
But the Bills, they really need Josh Allen to be that quarterback, because if he's not,
they're in trouble.
They're
deep trouble.
Yeah, you have a wide open AFC East as of right now. It's wide open.
Yeah, any of the 4 teams could honestly win it. I don't think the Patriots could do it, but they can.
They sure could. Their defense is good enough.
They showed last year they could still at least make the playoffs.
Right. So our next game, my tagline for this one is, "You like that? You like that."
That game pissed me off. I had the Vikings minus 3.5.
Ouchie.
Yeah, that was a bad balance, wasn't it?
Well, Minnesota is now 7-1 on the fucking year.
That's true.
Kirk Cousins.
Their one loss was to Philly.
Kirk Cousins, 22 for 265. Dalvin, really bad game. If you look at numbers wise, 17 carries for 47 yards. Not great. Justin Jefferson continues to be amazing.
Well, they also got themselves in a position where they couldn't really run the ball too much.
Like
this, they were down.
This is what you want out of your top 3 spots. 7 for 115 and a touchdown. 9 for 70. 3 for 67. Phenomenal. Adam Thielen came alive again.
Yeah, but he also got hurt again.
Yeah, in that game. Doesn't surprise me. But TJ Hawkinson in his debut, 70 yards, fantastic day. I
figured he'd do well with Kirk.
As
good as Jared.
The thing I hate, and I saw this, safety was going for a pick, and the ref was in the way.
Yeah, Taylor threw it into triple coverage, and Harrison Smith truck sticked that ref. And then it was a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, he was down at like the 2. And...
Well, he was never touched, though.
No, he was like draped.
Yeah, but when he caught the ball, he was never touched. They ruled that a touchdown.
That's crazy. But, like, you have to call redo it down. That's interference. Like, that's bullshit.
He's just part of the field.
He was when he was laying on his back.
He's part of the field. This is bad luck, really. That's all it is.
Bad placement on his part, too.
He tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, but...
He's 40 yards down the field.
But,
that play was 49 yards.
that most likely was going to be a pick. Because Harrison Smith had a pretty good read on it. He was right there. And then right before the ball came in, he got hit by the ref.
Yeah, but they still had 2 other morons over there that could have stopped it.
That's true.
It was literally triple coverage. Bad throw. Bad throw that worked out.
But they're having Justin Jefferson just be amazing and TJ Hawkinson coming in and, like, making a difference.
But can they go to Philly and win?
No.
Because that's where you have to go right now. You got to go to Philly to win.
Yeah.
Can they go to Philly and win? I don't think so.
It's scary. And then on the Commanders side, Taylor Heinicke, 15 for 149. It's not fantastic. He threw 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson, 13 for 44.
It's not the score sheet, but Antonio Gibson had a really good return.
Yeah.
That set him up at like the 50-yard line. So he had a good return, special teams day.
I mean, Curtis Samuel, he, made a rare appearance, got 65 yards. Scary Terry didn't do fantastic. Your playmakers have to do stuff. And like, where the fuck is Logan Thomas at? Like, he had those, 2 years, because he was a converted quarterback to play tight end, and then when he came out, he was an animal, and everybody wanted him, at least fantasy-wise, and then he just fell off the face of the planet. It's just shocking how some of these teams can do this.
He's not hurt. He was... I don't know. Hate to see it.
You do, because he was very good when he had, his come-out year.
Yeah.
It's very good. But the Vikings at least continue to run the North.
They're probably going to.
For years to come, probably. Until Detroit figures it out.
Ah, come on now. It's like the Cubs. You'll say that for 100 years before they do something.
So, the next game, my tagline would be the Lone Wolf Joe. Because Joe Mixon himself put up 35 points before halftime.
Yeah, he had 45 fantasy points at halftime. It was nuts. That Panthers team is sad. Baker played. He didn't look horrible.
He went 22 for 153 with 4 rushing touchdowns and went 4 for 58 with a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, it's Derrick Henry numbers from last year with Tannehill.
Oh, sure was. Joe Burrow, again, just not performing like he should. 22 for 28. He had the completions.
Yeah, but when your running back has 150 and 5, who cares?
True, but it's Joey Burr we're talking about here.
Yeah, but they stopped passing at halftime.
Yeah, and then, P. Ryan got himself 6 for 51. Not terrible.
Even Brandon Allen got in the game, so...
Yeah, I mean... T. Higgins was your leading receiver with 60 yards, but Joe Mixon right behind him. Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst getting in the action. What did I say? What have I said about the Bengals? Joe Mixon needs to run.
Yeah, just let him run.
Just let him run because he's that guy.
Got a block for him, though.
Yeah, that's true. And then on the other side, Baker 14 for 20. You love to see the completions, especially for him coming in. He threw 2 touchdowns. He did not throw a pick. Donta Foreman didn't do a thing. Thing.
The problem is for Baker is they traded away CMC and Robbie Anderson.
That's true.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with just DJ Moore.
That's true. Well, you have what's this dude's name? I thought he was like a super good guy, Laviska Shenault.
He had one good year.
That's true.
Half a good year with Gardner Minshew. That's it.
That's true. But, Donta Foreman didn't do anything. It hurts that Chuba's out. Your leading receiver was Terrace Marshall Jr. DJ Moore was 2 for 24.
What school he went to.
Yeah.
You know what? I know a lot, and I can't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. But DJ Moore did not do a whole lot this game. The Bengals, they're a real hit and miss team this year. And it's shocking.
But they look better than the Los Angeles Rams, so that's a start.
That is true. They are also without their best receiver. Mm-hmm. They're out Jamar Chase, which is tough because him and Joe Burrow have that special connection. They're best friends. They are best friends.
Like LSU, of course they are.
Yeah. I still think the Bengals give a run for that division.
Yeah, I think so.
They could still win it.
I think they're better than Baltimore. Definitely better than Cleveland.
I mean, when you only ride on the likes of Justin Tucker, that's just kind of how it goes. But
I need a Justin Tucker jersey.
When he retires.
No, he did enough. I need one.
No, we're not ending his career yet. Bengals gonna keep doing what they're doing. Panthers are just bad.
One too.
I don't know why. They're not starting PJ Walker.
They did.
But Baker.
PJ Walker started that game.
Did he get hurt?
No, they just took him out at halftime.
Oh. It didn't show his stats though.
PJ started that game. Yeah, he went 3 for 10 and 2 picks. At 2.6 QBR.
Oh. That's why. 'Cause Philip Walker. Oopsie. I'm an idiot. Sorry. But yeah.
I know he started that game.
Dude, the next game, the Raiders are so bad.
That is the third 20-point lead they have blown this year.
I mean,
they were up 20-0. They were looking good.
Dude,
Devontae getting the ball. He was open. Derek Carr is getting it to him. He's passing the ball around. They look good in the first half.
Here's the thing. How do you lose with your quarterback going 21 for 36, 259 with 2 touchdowns, no picks? Your running back going
getting first downs.
Your running back went 17 for 67. Your other 2 got 5-2 and another got a negative.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have 10 for 146, 2 for 42, 3 for 26, 3 for 20, 2 for 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then on... God damn it.
Trevor Lawrence played football in that second half. That's what it comes down to. The Raiders stopped getting first downs, so the Jaguars had the ball, and they actually moved the ball.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence looked like the quarterback they drafted.
So yeah, 235 and a touchdown. Travis Etienne, 28 carries for
7 fantasy points for me.
109 with 2 tuggies. Christian Kirk had himself a good game. 8 for 76.
The way they played in that second half was the reason I took ETN so high in my fantasy draft. Was because of that. That's what I thought was going to happen with it. Everybody. But it was good to see it. Especially with how they've struggled the last, month?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good win to come out on, especially when the other team's receiver is just popping off. Going back to his Aaron Rodgers days. Yeah. But I don't know what's wrong with this Raiders team. I just don't understand because they should be so good because Derek Carr is not this bad.
They stop moving the ball. It seems to be when they get out to these leads like they did with Arizona and on Sunday. The team makes adjustments at halftime.
Yeah, here's the thing.
They don't know how to adjust to the adjustments.
Here's the thing.
That's their problem.
Josh McDaniels gone after the year. Has to. You have to get rid of him because.
But you can't go through coaches every single year.
I know.
Go there.
I know. But the thing is, his scheme is not working for this team he has. It's just not. Because Devonta has even said, like, this is the most complex playbook that he's ever read.
Mm-hmm.
And during the season, he's still learning it. Like, that's tough because he needs to be on the same page as everybody. And I just think...
They might have beat the Chiefs. That happened.
I just think they need a competent head coach who is going to kind of simplify things but not make it too simple. And I think they'll be just fine because you look at what Derek Carr's done with less.
Right.
He's done well his entire career when he's not injured. And he's been through so much in this league. He was a part of that Antonio Brown drama, a couple years ago, and got a guy who never played for him. And he's just done a lot with a lot of nobody. And the Henry Ruggs thing, I
think they could have made a good run with Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That team was good, but the blind side let that defender in and broke his leg.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
But the Jags look, like you said, like a competent team. Trevor Lawrence did not play bad. If he doesn't throw interceptions, he's good.
Well, yeah, so is Jameis.
Right.
They both pick first.
So the next game is super wild because the Bears put up 32 again.
It's the Justin Fields show.
So I'm
he's running for his life and it's working.
And I'm gonna say he's a better running back than Lamar.
Well, yeah, but he's also running for his life.
That's fair.
And it's just working. That's the problem.
But the crazy part. So let's start on the Dolphins side, and we'll go to Justin Fields in a minute. Tua, 3 touchdowns on 302 yards.
Yeah. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. They stop one, you're gonna get burned by the other.
Tyreek 143, Jalen Waddle 85, and then the next guy is at 27. Those two are too good together.
He broke Calvin's record for most yards within the first 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that. He broke a record. I just don't know whose record it was. It's just...
this...
Like I said, pick your poison. On every single passing play, it's pick your poison. You're going to get burned by the other one.
Yeah.
Because they're both really good. They're both really fast. And they're going to pick you apart.
Yeah. It's not
That's
fair.
That's how the Dolphins score.
And Jeff Wilson coming in, 9 for 51, not bad in your debut. It's not bad.
No, not when you have Mostert, who had an all right day.
Yeah, 9 for 26.
It was an all right day.
Yeah.
They don't have to. They don't. There's no secondary in the NFL that I think can take down Tyreek and Jalen Waddle if Tua has a good day.
Yeah.
If Tua showed up to play and as accurate as he can be,
he's undefeated as their starter this year.
Well, yeah, but if he shows up to play, right,
mm-hmm.
and he's throwing the ball around just accurate like he was against the Lions, there is I pick any secondary and I think they're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
I don't care how good they are.
He's got a decent arm.
He does, but sometimes he doesn't show up to play and his accuracy's a little off.
Yeah. And then on the other side of the ball, without looking at anything, do you think he had more rushing yards or more passing yards?
Well, the fact that I saw him get a 70-yard run, probably rushing yards.
By 50.
Or it's rather close.
By 50 yards. Close. He had 123 yards, and he threw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he was really close to Mike Vick's record.
And then...
No, he broke it.
15 for 178. That's insane. Man almost had 200 yards.
And out of those 15 carries, I bet you 12 of them are out of running for his life.
Probably. And then Darnell Mooney, 43. Cole Kmet, 41. Where's, I don't even see, Chase Claypool, 2 for 13. Good job, Claypool. Good job.
That is on 4 targets.
Still ouchie. Dude, they have N'Keal Harry.
That was the record, by the way. He broke it by 5.
Remember when we all thought N'Keal Harry was actually good?
No, I never thought that.
Well, a lot of people thought it. Dante Pettis should be better than he is. Chase Claypool should be better than he is. Like,
I mean, that's a lot. That's pretty harsh.
They also have
literally just learned the playbook 4 days ago.
Yeah, but
he just got there.
But then you have the other St. Brown who kind of went off last year.
Amon-Ra's brother, yeah.
Nothing. Like
when Justin Fields is running for 178 by himself, there's not much for the receivers to do.
Yeah, that's true. But that was an exciting game, let me tell you.
It never should have been that close.
35-32. It's crazy.
If that game was in Miami, it never would have been that close.
So our next game, right? COD is sinking its claws in Kyler Murray.
They're 0-2. Kyler didn't actually have that bad of a game.
No.
Statistically.
25 completions, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. I was region locked
for that game, so I saw a little bit, but I didn't see a lot of it.
I mean, he ran for 60 yards.
Yeah, but just straight looking at the box, it doesn't look like he actually had a bad game after a COD release. The team just didn't win.
Robbie Anderson, -4 yards.
Yeah, he's got 7 targets in 2 weeks, and I'm starting to question why the hell they went and got him.
They were throwing to Hollywood Brown all the time. Granted, that's all they had. But
like, Rondell had 10. Zach Ertz had 8. DeAndre only had 5.
Yeah,
James Conner had as many, right?
Yeah.
But then you get Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson's not bad.
No.
But he, I just don't get it. That 4 yards is probably a screenplay.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Geno Smith is a good quarterback.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, he's doing it week in, week out. They're 6-3. I mean, 275. He threw an interception, but that was just only one.
Maybe he doesn't want to be a backup anymore.
He's gonna be a backup still, but
not if he keeps winning.
But he did great again. He did great again.
The defense is also playing well, and that stupid idiot from Michigan State.
Oh, you mean Kenneth Walker? 26 carries for 109 yards?
Yeah, criminals. I hate Michigan State so much.
I know, and you're.
Oh, look at that! It's making my vein pop out.
Dude, you might actually eat your words on Kenneth
won't.
Walker.
I won't do it.
What if he wins Rookie of the Year?
Won't do it.
All right.
Wait till next year. It's a sophomore slot.
Noah Fant actually came to life in this game. 96 yards. You love to see the tight ends get involved, and Noah Fant, in my opinion, I think Noah Fant is good at football. I think he's a good tight end.
Well in Denver.
But
that's the only good part they got out of that trade and the draft pick.
Shelby Harris isn't bad. He made a big stop like last week. Made a huge stop. Tyler Lockett, 5 for 67. DK didn't have a great game, 5 for 37, but
didn't have to.
No, not when Kenneth Walker runs all over everybody.
God, I can't wait till he gets just blown up.
I hate you. I hate you. Just let me be happy for once.
What? The team's still 6-3.
But no, like And I think a lot of the Cardinals' problems is Cliff Kingsbury. I think he needs to go.
He is too aggressive.
Well, it's that he's super hot halfway, like first half of the season, and then he just doesn't coach the second half.
Well, it's like you have a kicker who can make a 55-yarder still.
Yeah.
Give or take, depending on the stadium, the wind, whatever.
Right.
But why do you go for it inside the 20 that much? Just take the fucking points. How many times can I see how many times they went for it? I have the team stats. I think they had 3 straight drives with turnovers on downs.
Yeah.
4th down efficiency, they were 0 for 2. Sorry. 0 for 2. But I can't see where that was. But I could tell you, I saw one of them, and it was inside the 20. Just take the fucking points.
I agree.
Like, it's just, he's too aggressive. When you have a kicker, now, if you had a kicker who's a rookie, missed a couple already in the game, it's fine. But this is just, it's repeating. And the definition of insanity is what?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, but ending out in the same result.
Exactly. And he keeps doing the same thing, and they keep losing football games. They're just 3-6.
Yeah, they're not good. And they should be.
He's the problem.
He is. And it's here's the thing too. You need a coach that's gonna keep the reins on your quarterback. Because I feel like they just I get it. Kyler can do what he wants in his free time, right? That's fine. Everybody has their own things.
I definitely was watching Marquez Valdes-Scantling play with a couple of guys I watched this morning.
But but you know what I mean? It's like in your off days and when you're home, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But it's like
you'd actually be shocked at how many NFL players stream.
Oh, I'm sure it's a lot. But I'm just saying, you need a coach that's just gonna have I don't think he has the locker room, and you like I said, you need to have somebody that has the locker room and has respected, and I don't think he's respected enough, especially when he's sitting in his fucking house on draft day, showing it to everybody. You know what I mean? He's just.
I see what you're saying with you gotta have your quarterback, but you're all right. If Kyler's at home, Kyler can do whatever the hell he wants.
Right.
Kinda. Legally.
Right.
Do whatever the hell he wants.
Right.
But there's a difference between being aggressive and overly aggressive.
Right.
I like Brandon Staley is aggressive. Sean McVay is aggressive on 4th down.
Right.
Depending on the situation.
Right.
Obviously if you're in that no man's land, Brandon Staley's most likely just going to go for it. 40-ish.
Right.
Too close to punt, too far to kick.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But when you're in field goal range, Brandon Staley most likely takes the points.
You want to win.
Just give up.
You just want to win.
Just take points, yeah.
That's the point of the game.
When you're 0 for 2 and you lost 2 balls deep into the zone, that's 6 points right there, and you get yourself within 4,
yeah,
that's missed points. That's just stupid to me. Especially if you were struggling to move the ball. It's just...
The Seahawks...
It's just questionable.
The Seahawks continue to reign over the NFC West, and it's weird. It's weird.
Well, they took both against Arizona, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it was 3 weeks ago they beat them.
I think so.
In Seattle?
Yes. I think they did. Because they didn't have D-Hop.
Right. I was right. It was 3 weeks ago. Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won.
Just look at the division. They took both against Arizona.
They lost one against San Fran.
Yeah.
But that was also, week 3?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Jimmy G came in.
Your rookies were still new then. Now they're kind of established, and team's looking a lot better.
They didn't play the Rams yet.
No. They play them twice in the second half.
Yeah, I see that.
But the Seahawks continue to play well.
Looking good. And take the division based off tiebreakers.
Yep. And then you have our next game. The Rams continue to stink. They really do.
Was awful. They waited. I have a rant for this one.
Go ahead.
They waited The Buccaneers waited 59 minutes and 30 seconds to play football. It was 13-13. It was ugly. I think in the first half there was 9 first downs and 7 3-and-outs. That was bad to watch. It was one of 2 4-o'clock games. Who the hell thought of to only have 2 4-o'clock games and 8 1-o'clock games with no London game, no Munich game, no Mexico City game? What are we doing? Only have 2 4-o'clock games, and that's one of them.
Yeah, it was not good.
They waited 59 minutes and 30 seconds to play football.
I mean, again, brutal. He's only looking one way. When like
but
Tyler,
in the final 30 seconds, he looked good.
Tyler Higbee didn't do anything. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that he threw to, didn't get a single yard or reception.
Van Jefferson had 5 targets and no catches.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee didn't do shit. Darrell Henderson didn't catch the ball. Van Jefferson didn't catch the ball. Bryson Hopkins, nothing. I don't even
know who the hell that is.
I don't even know how to say that. And then this Malcolm, yeah, Stronic? There you go. Nothing. Brandon Powell,
I know how to say
1 for 4. Malcolm Brown, 1 for 10. Allen Robinson didn't get open. Like, he's only looking one way. Cam Akers still not running the ball hard.
No, that Rams team is somewhat bad. Like, the defense didn't play horrible. They only gave up 16.
I mean, and then on the other side, Tom Brady, 280 yards, kind of flashing it back.
He did break 100,000. That was cool. 100,000 career passing yards, postseason and regular season yards combined.
But when Leonard Fournette rushes 9 times for 19 yards, it's not a good thing.
They miss Jensen. They need him back.
I mean, Cade Otton did the most on this offense, and he's a rookie.
Yeah, he came out. It just shows you how much Gronk has missed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Mike Evans, 5 on 11 targets. Chris Godwin, 7 for 36 on 10 targets.
And Julio just looks washed.
He just can't stay healthy. He's 2 for 28 on 5.
He just looks washed, dude. I mean, you had Scott Miller being your second highest receiver. Leonard Fournette right behind him.
Yeah. I mean, he threw the ball 58 times.
It's just crazy. Both of these teams
are to the Sunday night game where it's like, I don't get it.
Just both of these teams are bad.
That was the toilet bowl. That was bad. That was supposed to be a great game. That's probably why there was only 2 games. But that was bad.
Yeah, and then I mean, Sunday night game was bad too.
No, that Sunday night game was great. It
was
close. It almost ended in a tie.
So, I want to talk about Malik for a second.
Oh boy.
I was watching some of the game.
And I watched the whole game.
Man, their receivers are not good.
Robert Woods isn't bad. He's just not a wide receiver 1. He's a good second. He's not the lead.
That's why they have Trey Burks. That's why they drafted him.
I don't see him on the stat list.
Or Traylon or whatever his name is.
I know. I have a couple of his autos. He's from Arkansas.
Yeah, but man, sometimes he puts it right in the breadbasket.
But it doesn't matter
if your receivers can't catch the ball.
No, it doesn't matter. You throw the ball. You played. I think they got the ball back with like 4.5 in overtime. So add an extra 4 minutes, right?
Right.
In 64 minutes, you only threw the ball 16 times, and the way they're playing offense is stupid. Derrick Henry had a fantastic game,
as he always does. 115.
Right. Yeah, 115 and 2. Fantastic day, right? But the problem is, when they take him out, they're passing the ball. The problem, that's not good, because as a defensive coordinator, like they have over there in Kansas City, with their coaches, they're great.
Yeah,
they're gonna pick up. If I can pick up on it, they're gonna pick up on it. At least somebody will in that booth.
And somebody on that team, even.
That's what I'm saying. If somebody on that sideline is going to pick up on it, I don't get why you take him out when you're going to pass the ball. That just
Just
screams, I'm going to pass the ball. It's
so
so
my
stupid. Did he only throw
my
it 16 times?
yeah, 5 for 16. And
Patrick
the
Mahomes had 8 completions on his first drive
it
of the
is
day.
50 yards was the first passing play. They did a screen to their rookie tight end.
Yeah, like it makes me so frustrated because I watched Marcus Mariota do this with a whole different coaching staff.
Right. And Vrabel is not a bad coach.
No, but they're not throwing the ball.
No.
You blew a 10-point lead with 4 minutes to go.
Here's the thing. Malik is just so raw. He's
I
so
can't even
raw.
give a grade for Malik because they're not giving him a chance. And when they do, they're either losing, and he's got to force something.
Yeah.
Or like in that overtime drive, they got the ball, sack, because they had no time.
Right, and
then you're behind the chains.
Like the thing
and then you get sacked again.
Is if I'm the Titans and you have Ryan Tannehill out, go pick up a veteran. Like, it's really all you can do.
I think Ryan Tannehill's a good person to teach.
It's not that. It's just go get a veteran to fill in because Malik is not ready. He looks like he's in tremendous shape. Tremendous.
I don't even know if you can make that assessment when he only is throwing 16 times a game.
Well, right.
He threw even less than the week before.
But when you look at him physically, he looks like he is in fantastic shape and that he should be able to be good. But I just think he's so raw that you need someone in there to be playing so he can still learn. Because right now it's just everything's gung-ho crazy. He's been in like 3 times now because they took him out when they got blown out by the Bills.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of just throwing him into fire.
Like I said, I just don't think they're giving him a chance to thrive.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes, oh my God, the stat line. The stat line is stupid.
It's so stupid, but he had a great day.
446 yards on 68 pass attempts. That's insane.
And just look at
and he said, fuck you, running backs. I'm doing it too.
Well, they can't run the ball to save their lives. So
no.
Hey, Michigan's third. Nice.
But Travis Kelce game, 10 receptions for 106 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster looking great. I think Juju is a good receiver. I just think he was a shitty person in Pittsburgh.
He learned. He grew.
And you love to see it because he was one of the most hated people in the league. I mean, you saw how DBs or any defensive players treated him. They laid ham on him because...
Well, in Pittsburgh, he was the only guy until they got Claypool.
Right, but...
And then they had somewhat success, but then now you get him here where 11 guys caught the ball on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, Mecole Hardman continues his tear of breaking out. I mean, this is the guy that you want to replace, I feel like, Tyreek Hill. Because he's
just as fast.
He is a hair slower, and if he can get those hands under control, he's Tyreek Hill 2.0. He might be even better because he's taller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Patrick Mahomes has the option to throw 11 different guys in a game, you're most likely going to win that game.
I mean, he's getting Tony involved. I mean, I think Tony...
It also helps throwing it 68 times.
I feel like Tony is like... They have a lot of wide receiver ones on this team.
That's fine. If they can all put their egos aside and play as a team, I don't really think it matters.
Because I think Valdez-Scantling is... I mean, Aaron Rodgers made him look really good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes is better.
As of right now, yeah.
So, I mean, the Chiefs are just... I
still think they're good.
I still think they're... Like, I'm going to take back the Bills because Josh Allen is... Like, when he is just there, he's there. And, man, it's scary.
If his elbow is fine, I still would favor the Bills.
We'll see. I don't know. It's kind of a coin flip right now because both quarterbacks are playing out of their fucking mind.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
And then
their game a couple weeks ago was good to watch.
And then let's go to the next game where,
I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I had no care to watch it.
Lamar didn't throw for 150 yards.
I knew the outcome before the game even started. I can't believe they put 13 points up.
Kenyon Drake, 93 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's vintage Alabama right there.
Sure is. And then Lamar, 11 for 82. Shocking. Justice Hill didn't do anything. When you don't have Mark Andrews on this team, it's just so tough because
hey, Deshaun actually got a catch. Nice.
And then he got hurt.
Did he?
I think so.
That's tragic.
but you have Devin Duvernay. You're not getting him the ball, and he's supposed to be good. Like, your highest receiving yard guy has 24 yards and 1 reception. That's so bad. Like, this is why I think this team is not good.
It's funny looking at this box because it's like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But 1 for 19, 1 for 16, 1 for 24, 2 for 22. Longest was 12, so they're both for 11 yards.
Yeah, it's
it's funny.
You can't win just running the ball. You just can't.
No, but if you spread the field, you could just run all over anybody like the Saints. That's why I didn't bother watching.
And then the Saints side, like Alvin Kamara disappointing this week. Chris Olave continues to show why he's good.
6 for 71 on 9.
Juwan Johnson got his touchdown off one, or like got anything off one fucking catch. Looked like he really went untouched.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just, I don't know. They need to figure their shit out. They need a head coach.
I just think they need to figure out the quarterback. Andy Dalton didn't have a bad stat line. 19 for 29, 210, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had a pick, but I mean that's tough bounce. But
the Saints team, I've just recognized them with greatness in the last 10 years with Drew Brees leading the helm and Sean Payton, and then just once that went away, it's shambles. Yeah. Shambles. Like Alvin Kamara's not doing shit. Mike Thomas can't fucking get on the field.
I know, it's so funny. I see the memes about James Robinson getting shot and he missed 4 games and came back, and Michael Thomas can't get his toe to get fixed.
Yeah. But it's just so tough because Mike Thomas is an absolute game changer.
He is, but you know what? He is a game changer. You know why? Because he's not on the field.
Yeah.
And they're losing because of it.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. It was a weird week.
Like I said, I had no intentions to watch that game.
Let's see.
I knew my fantasy game was already over because Olave was not scoring 50 points. Especially when Justin Tucker's on my team.
Let's see.
To balance out whatever Olave does.
Oh, yeah. This exciting, not very exciting news. The Seahawks get to go play in Germany.
9:30 start. Love that.
Yeah. It's going to be an early morning. Fuck.
And there's an F1 race this weekend in Brazil. Eastern time zone. Oh, God. It's great for me.
But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this week. If you were watching on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down. Say, what were your thoughts about week 9? Like, I just think it was just a weird week. It was so weird.
Any week Packers lose to the Lions, it's always weird.
Yeah. If you're listening over on Spotify, go ahead and leave a review. Let us know how we're doing. Also, hit us up on Twitter, and we'll talk sports. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I'm Kane, and this is Day, and we will talk to you guys next time.